Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day. Welcome back to BQS5 Web 2 Construction Technology 4. In this recorded video, we're going to learn our last chapter, Surface and Subsurface Water Drainage and Pipeworks. The contents of this chapter that we're going to learn are surface and subsurface water drainage, sewerage system and water reticulation. Surface and subsurface water drainage. It is a system of pipework usually installed below ground level to convey the discharge from sanitary fittings, water gutters and downpipe to a suitable disposal installation. Kebiasaannya memang below ground level, but it can also be on the surface level of the ground. Function of this system adalah untuk menyalurkan discharge daripada sanitary fittings, water gutters and downpipe kepada saluran pembuangan. The usual method of disposal is to connect the pipework to the public sewer, which will convey the discharge to the local authority sewerage treatment plant (STP). In Malaysia, a separate system is used to drain sewage and surface water. Circular closed conduits are used as sewers and open channel drains used as surface water drainage. Maksudnya, yang sewers tertutup lah, tapi untuk surface water drainage mungkin datang daripada rainfall, yang that one adalah open channel. Surface water as a result of rainfall must be drained as fast as possible out of the development area untuk avoid flash flood. This is the example of different drainage system which separate between the surface water and the sewage water, which come from, for example, the sanitary fittings. And this is actually daripada laundry kan. Ini adalah surface water, dia pergi kat sini. Tapi semua bahan-bahan buangan kita as a human being, dia akan pergi pada sewage. The principles of good drainage include material should be adequate strength and durability. Diameter of drain should be as small as practicable. As in, for soil drain, the minimum diameter should not be less than 100 mm. For surface water, should not be less than 75 mm diameter. Drain should be laid in straight run as far as possible supaya laluan tu boleh berjalan lancar, tak ada bengkak-bengkok. And drain must be laid to a gradient that will render them efficient. Bila turun ke bawah tu ada gradient yang bersesuaian ya. Every drain inlet should be trapped to prevent the entry of fall air into the building, with the minimum seal required is 50 mm. The trap seal is provided in many cases by the sanitary fitting itself. A rodding access should be located at the head start of each drain run. This is to allow access into the drain untuk inspection ataupun untuk cleaning. Inspection chambers must also be placed at changes of direction and gradient if these changes would prevent the drain from being readily cleansed. Ruang untuk kita boleh masuk actually ruang inspection chambers ni, and ruang ni juga kita boleh buat cleaning juga dekat situ dan juga untuk inspection lah. On every change of drain pipe size will require access. The illustration shows the example of piping system for drainage. The fittings include gullies, hopper, traps, bands and junction as standard item, as well as access chamber, rodding eye and inspection chamber. This is designed to grant access for inspection and for maintenance. Junction between drains must be arranged so that the incoming drains join at the oblique angle in the direction of the main flow. Which means that kalau ada sambungan dekat oblique ni lah yang akan berjumpa dengan main flow. Avoid drains under building if possible. If unavoidable, they must be protected to ensure water tightness and to prevent damage. Usual protection methods for drain under building includes encase the drain with a minimum 100 mm of the granular filling or use cast iron pipes under the building. Factors that influence the scheme or the layout of the drain include number of discharge points, relative position of every discharge point, drainage system and location of the local authority sewers because kita perlu connectkan between our drainage system dengan local authorities punya sewers, internal layout of the sanitary fittings, external position of rainwater down pipes. Mungkin ada beberapa rainwater down pipes yang kita letakkan dekat bangunan, depends on the size of the building. External position of the rainwater pipes, disposition of the building, which means the arrangement of the buildings, topography area to be served. There are three known drainage systems, which are combined system, totally separate system, and partially separate system. In combined system, all the drain discharge into a common or combined sewer. It is simple and economic method because there is no duplication of drain. This means that sewer and surface drain kita combinekan sekali. It is easy to maintain. However, the disadvantages is it must pass through the sewage treatment installation, which is going to cost a lot and it is difficult during heavy rain sebab air daripada rainwater pun kena pergi ke STP juga. Illustration, it really shows that rainwater pun pergi ke sini, soil and vent pipe pun pergi ke laluan yang sama. Jadi dia akan pergi ke combined sewer. Ini adalah combined system. In totally separate system, it is the most common method by local authorities where two sewer is used. Sewer 1 will receive the surface water discharge and convey this to a suitable outfall, such as river. And for sewer 2, it will receive all the soil or fall discharge from bath, basin, sinks, shower and toilets. Apa-apa sanitary fittings yang you ada dekat dalam toilet tu lah, and convey to the sewage treatment plant. In accordance to the illustration, the rainwater pipe will discharge to surface water sewer, and for the soil and vent pipe yang datang dari toilet akan pergi dan ke soil and fall sewer. Partially separate system comprise of other two systems and favoured by some local authorities because of its flexibility. There are two sewer used, one to carry surface water only and another one will act as a combined sewer. Amount of surface water to be discharged into a combined sewer can be adjusted according to the capacity of the sewage treatment plant. For the partial system, the rainwater pipe ada satu yang akan pergi pada surface water sewer. Right. However, akan ada satu combined sewer for the soil and vent pipe daripada toilet pergi kepada inspection chamber, and rainwater pipe pun pergi pada combined sewer. Sewer line connection can be defined as means of conveying waste, soil or rainwater below the ground that has been collected from the drain and conveying it to the final disposal point. For public sewer, it is owned and maintained by the local authority, and for private sewer, it is owned and maintained by individuals or group of peoples. It is economic in design when connected house is connected to the private sewer instead of the public sewer. Individual drain and sewer connection, maksudnya setiap bangunan ni akan connect terus pada public sewer, which is you see down here, fall sewer and surface water sewer. Jadi setiap bangunan ni akan individually connected kepada public sewer. However, for this one, ini adalah connection yang dia connect dulu kepada private sewer, which is this one lah. Yang dalam ni kalau you tengok, ini semua pergi ke satu, and satu ni semua akan pergi kepada public sewer. Normally this one dalam residential building in Malaysia, kalau ada rumah teres ke, kita akan pakai sistem macam ni lah, which is only single connection pada public sewer. Sebab dia reduce the cost. Depending upon the number of houses connected to the private sewer and distance from the public sewer. The saving are possibly due to the total length of drains required, number of connection to public sewer, amount of openings in the roads, and also number of inspection chambers. Sebab untuk setiap connection tu kena ada inspection chambers so that boleh inspect and boleh buat maintenance. The materials for pipes are clay, cast iron pipes, pitch fiber pipes, and UPVC pipes. It is a traditional materials used for domestic drainage, treated with the glazing of common salt, borax, or boric acid during the firing process to render them impervious. Produced in range 100 to 300 mm nominal bore for general building work. Itu size dia. Can be obtained with spigot and socketed pipes prepared for rigid or flexible jointing. Accessory untuk sambungan dia lah. Resistance to attack by a wide range of acids and alkalis. It is suitable for all forms of domestic drainage. Apa-apa je boleh pakai this one. Cast iron pipes, generally considered for domestic drainage only in special circumstances, such as sites with unstable ground, drains with shallow inverts, and drains that pass under buildings. Maksud shallow inverts tu, as you can see dekat sini, thickness dia nipis so ini shallow inverts. Made with spigot and socket from a rigid and flexible jointing. Given a protective coating of a hot tar composition or a cold solution of naphtha and bitumen composition. Normally cast iron pipe ni dah ada this protective coating. Coating give good protection against corrosion and reasonable durability. Pitch fiber pipes. These pipes and fittings preceded UPVC as a flexible drainage material. It is rarely used now but can be found in many existing systems. Made from preformed felted wood, cellulose fibers thoroughly impregnated under vacuum and under pressure. Suitable for all forms of domestic drainage. UPVC pipes. It is made from polyvinyl chloride plus additives that are needed to facilitate manufacture of polymer and produce a durable pipe. Obtainable with a socket joint for either a solvent welded joint and ring seal joint. Have a smooth bore, light and easy to handle. Ini yang biasa kita jumpa kan UPVC pipe ni. Can be jointed and laid in all weathers. Domestic drains are laid in trenches that are excavated and, if necessary, timbered in a similar manner for foundation. The difference is that drain trenches are excavated to the required fall or gradient. Maksudnya kita akan excavate lah in trenches. For example like this, ada dalam tanah dan akan masuk pipe below here. Two factors on the technique used in laying and bedding of drain for material and joint, whether it is rigid or flexible. 8 types of drain: main drain or monsoon drain, RCP concealed drain, or reinforced concrete pipe concealed drain, precast concrete covered drain or box drain, precast concrete open drain, V and U shape, cascade drain, scupper drain, subsoil drain, and roadside drain. The main function of the monsoon drain is to move the water from the monsoon and to make sure that the area is not flood. Any drain that require width of more than 4 feet or 1.2 meter. Jadi monsoon drain ni besar. There will be at least one such drain in any housing development. You akan nampak dekat depan ataupun dekat belakang area kawasan perumahan akan ada this monsoon drain. The exact size will depend on the hydraulic parameters of the area that is served. This is normally rectangular, RC or precast concrete drain. Reinforced concrete pipe concealed drain. This is the example, the 600 mm diameter spigot socket RCP drain. Ni jointing dia. Besar dekat sini. Nampak tu. This is 600 by 600 precast concrete covered box drain. Yang you nampak macam ni, C shape ni dia akan letak lah mungkin kat atas ni. So nanti dia akan cover So that's why dia boleh jadi box drain. Ataupun letaklah cover macam ni je pun boleh. Precast concrete open drain, where you dah tahu nama precast kan, jadi dia dah casted offside and dah siap lah, kita just perlu install. All this drain dia ada function dia. For example, macam roadside drain, it is actually untuk mengumpul air daripada permukaan jalan, so dia akan pergi flow pada drain. Next is the berm drain. It is used untuk mengumpul air daripada kawasan cerun ataupun daripada embankment That's why you nampak sebenarnya dekat sini ada cerun yang turun ke bawah like this, dan atas ni pun ada lagi cerun lah sebenarnya and this one dia akan collect water dekat this berm drain. And for the cascade drain, it is used untuk mengalirkan air daripada kawasan yang bercerun, tapi dia bukan macam berm drain lah. Berm drain dia melintang kan. This one dia menuruni bukit tu. Kawasan embankment, kawasan cerun, dia akan turun ke bawah like this. Next is scupper drain. It is actually an opening dekat any roadways ataupun bridge that prevent fluids, for example rainwater, daripada accumulate. Selain tu, kita panggil dia juga as curb inlet. The figure shows how the subsoil drain is being installed. Ini secara ringkas simplified version. Firstly, the ground is excavated in trenches. Ini semua adalah laluan kepada our main pipe here, drainage pipe ni semua laluan. Dan dekat sini ada pipe yang kita nak masukkan for the drainage. Then kita akan letakkan layer of gravel dulu below before kita lay down the drainage pipe, and then the gravel will be poured dekat belah atas our pipe tu untuk menutup dia lah, to protect it actually. This is the characteristic for various type of drain. This one I explained some already, you boleh read through. This is the type of drain that we have, such as PC box drain, RCP drain, HDPE subsoil drain, untuk bawah, V-shaped drain, U-shaped drain, and UPVC pipe. The method of installation of RC pipe for stormwater drain. First, the ground will be excavated in trenches. Next, lay down the pipe here. And sambungan lah, kita akan sambungkan for each section of the pipe. The pipe will be connected to the access ataupun inspection chamber here before dia pergi ke satu arah lain lah. Okay, jadi kat sini kita boleh buat all the maintenance work. And this access chamber will be covered. The construction of concealed drain, caranya sama je macam construction untuk drain lain. First kita kena excavate and kita lay down the precast pipe here dekat area yang di luar, maksudnya bukan berada berdekatan dengan the inspection chamber ataupun access chamber dekat sini. Okay, ini dekat luar. And then if you see kat sini, daripada this chamber, kita sambungkan dia pakai pipe. Because next, kita akan cover dengan tanah untuk this pipe. That later dia sebenarnya dia akan connected dengan precast drain dekat sini. And then kita cover lagi this area so that dia menjadi macam ni lah, tak nampak. Dia memang tertutup. Similarly, installation for PC U-shape ataupun box drain, excavation took place first. Laying down the precast concrete shape drain. And this one yang dah siap lah. Lay down, cover it, tutup je, and then kita akan backfill balik, fill in balik untuk cover all this thing. And then dia nampak macam tak ada drain pun kat bawah, but it's actually down there. This is the detailed installation for subsoil drain. First is setting out the work for the excavation work. The ground will be marked where the excavation going to take place. On the second step, the excavation using the excavator for the drainage. And in the third photo, you can see trench is done for the drainage pipe. In the fourth picture or photo, you can see the trenching is done. Next, aggregate is collected to be poured in the trench yang kita dah buat. And here, the pipe disambungkan lah. Okay. Pipe ni disambungkan mengikut yang mana dia punya joint and connection, the spigot and socket. Here you can see that the pipe is laid down on the top of the aggregate yang kita dah pour. And then kita akan pour the aggregate on the top of the pipe. Okay, jadi kita ratakan dia. Next, kita akan fill balik the trench yang dibuild. But this one adalah untuk golf course punya drainage. That's why kita tak ada cement and whatnot. Just pour the aggregate and pour back the soil yang kita excavate untuk cover up the area. And then dekat atas ni, as you can see, aggregate dia letak dekat atas the area. I will end the recorded video with a quote from Mahatma Gandhi. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye. Assalamualaikum.